Alright, so now it's time for me to give my thoughts on the EA Gamescom conference that happened early this morning, at 1 a.m. actually this morning. Now, I couldn't do, a video directly after. I did watch the press conference live as it was happening, but I couldn't do a video because it's like in the middle of the night, people are sleeping. So, I had to wait till the following day until after I'm done with work. It's like 7 o'clock right now, 7 p.m. And, it's like I've had some time to go over and think about it and things. So here's my thoughts. I'm going to go over everything that they showed and go over my thoughts with, all that. And then just conclude it with my overall general thoughts on what EA showed and whether I think it was a good press conference or not, all right? So the first thing that they showed was Need for Speed. They came out and they announced that, hey, they talked a little bit about behind the scenes how they're going to mix live action footage with in-game visuals. And if you we've all seen a new Need for Speed now, right? It looks really good. The graphics are some of the best visuals. Like they're literally photorealistic. They're like touching the photorealistic thing. Like there's like snippets where you look at the game and you're like, this just looks completely real. So they're gonna completely mix FMVs with the game. That's how it's going to progress through the story. They also detailed how the story works. That you have different characters, and those characters all have a story to tell, and they kind of work their way up into the full storyline, which you're trying to get, I guess, in line with like this main big star guy, who holds all the tournaments and things like that. So Need for Speed is being rebooted. It's pretty much needed a reboot, at this point, because there's been so many Need for Speeds. There's been good ones and there's been bad ones. So I'm actually really looking forward to this one. It's a shame it's an always online game. I don't know why they want to do that, but hey, whatever. It's not like I have control over it. But I am looking forward to Need for Speed. I think it's going to be cool. It's, it definitely looks really good, and I'm looking forward to playing it. When it comes out on November 3rd, I believe the official release date is. All right. After that, they showed Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Now, I'm not going to go over too much because I actually do want to do a full video roundup like I did with Gamescom regarding all the Mirror's Edge Catalyst news. And I'm also going to be doing my whole thoughts and my my overall my trailer analysis, I guess, of the gameplay video that they showed at Gamescom. But all I'm going to say is this: it was the best thing out of everything that they showed. And I'm not. You may say I'm biased, all right, but watch this press conference. It's the best thing. Like, yeah, they showed Star Wars Battlefront, but, we've seen Battlefront. We've seen a lot of Battlefront these days. But this was, like, the first time where we actually got to see, like, Mirror's Edge. It wasn't unedited gameplay, meaning that it was a very doctored demo, right? It was single player. It wasn't showcasing the open world. It was a mission, an actual story mission. And it just basically, it was 5 minutes long, but it cut in between. So it would show her running, and then she would vault. She'd do a barrel roll, then she'd be like over here on this building, and it would, it would cut to different parts to kind of speed up the demo in, in various ways. From what I could see, there was multiple ways you can get to your objective, which is cool, and also different ways that you can approach these missions, all right? But we actually saw cutscenes, we saw big story information, and the game was mind-blowing. It was most definitely the best thing that they showed out of everything, all right? Again, you may say I'm biased, but watch that press conference and tell me otherwise, because it was the best thing out there. So, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, that's great. Keep in mind, I'm going to be doing a separate video regarding all the Gamescom news that's been released, as well as my trailer analysis, and, we're really looking forward to and all that, all right? Then they came out and talked about Sims 4, and I was kind of surprised because, they closed Maxis. Maxis does not even exist anymore. And it's pretty sad, because Sims 4 was like a half-assed sim game. It was like, I own it. That's the thing. Like, I own it because I was really into The Sims at one point. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get back into it. So I when I took a chance on Sims 4, I swear to you, I played it only a few times. I was so... It was disappointing because it was missing so many core features. And they have this cool DLC. It's like, oh, get together, right? And this is happening, like, right after Mirror's Edge 2, or a little after Mirror's Edge, right? So it's like, okay, everyone's, like, really pumped. Everyone's, like, really looking forward to all AAA games. Mirror's Edge looks great. Need for Speed looks great. And then they, like, show Sims 4, and everyone's like, oh, okay. And they're talking about the DLC. The girl's like, I want a party right now. It's a party DLC where you get friends together and you get, it's things like that. But she's like, I want to have a party right now. Let's make this press conference fun. and people come out on stage and start breakdancing, and it's hilarious because I'm watching this on Twitch, right? And I have the stream chat on the side window here on my browser. I'm looking at the stream chat, and every single comment was like, "Oh my god, why? Please stop. No, this is torture." It's like every single comment was that. It's just flowing at this incredibly fast rate where people were flipping out over how stupid it was. No one in the audience thought it was good. No one was really getting up and dancing in the audience. No one was smiling in the audience. Everyone's face was like... It was like the most weird thing ever. Like, I understand, you know, hey, you want to get the theme on, but, you know, just show us the content. You don't need to be, like, all ridiculous and, you know, want to party and all that. You know, this is a formal event, really. You know, just show us the content and move on. So, they did that. Then the guy from Unravel came out on stage, and he's getting more stage experience and talking, which is awesome because it is the first time he came out. You know, he was very apparently nervous. You know, like you could like see that, like he was like he couldn't like, you know, keep himself still. But he came out on stage, and you know, he was really kind of mellow this time, and he was just basically saying thank you guys for the support. Unravel is one of the most interesting games really that EA has. It's probably... It's not a game that you would expect from EA, which is, you know, something that I really appreciate. You know, you have games on here that you just wouldn't expect from EA, like Unravel, there's Mirror's Edge Catalyst, you know. And so it's like these original games and so they showed Unravel, and it looks good. You know, what I'm really impressed of is the visual style, how real it looks. You know, it has like this very realistic art direction. And I think it just blends perfectly because you're playing. Because even watching the footage like that, it gets you like an emotional state because of how real it looks. And the whole game's about overcoming obstacles. I feel like this game is going to be extremely challenging. It's going to be really, really challenging. And but it's going to be one of those games that also can emotionally just, you know, appeal to you. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely going to play Unravel. You know, it comes out sometime next year, so looking forward to that. Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare 2, they showed that. I don't care. I know it's a big deal, and a lot of people love it, and that's great. I just personally don't care. But they showed some new stuff. They also announced that Mass Effect is getting a crossover with Plants vs. Zombies. So you're going to have like Mass Effect gear and themes within Plants vs. Zombies. So, interesting. Then they showed Star Wars Battlefront, and everyone's like, yeah. And they showed some space combat. Well, not space combat. Some aerial combat. Excuse me. I fooled some of you guys. Some aerial combat of, you know, just, you know, dogfighting with, you know, the TIE or the X-Wings and, you know, all the TIE fighters and all that kind of cool stuff. They had the Millennium Falcon swoop in, was really cool, and you can actually show gameplay from the Millennium Falcon. At the end of the trailer, the Millennium Falcon just like, you know, rides off, and then following behind him is I forgot the ship's name, but the ship that Boba Fett uses, you know, that his fighter just comes in and it's like doo doo doo. So it was like a really, you know, really cool you know video showing the aerial combat. Like, I played the game, all right? I played Star Wars Battlefront. I played the alpha, and the flying controls are awful. So I really hope that they will fix the flying controls before the game comes out, you know, like fix them. Like, I understand, you know, you want to have it be its own identity, but you did flying really well in Battlefield. I don't think people would mind if you just took the mechanics of Battlefield, refined them a bit for more Star Wars, and then put them in this game, you know. So I don't know. Then they showed FIFA, and FIFA's FIFA. I understand it's a big deal in Europe. People love FIFA. People love football. It's a big deal in Europe, but here in the U.S., no one gives a shit, all right? So that part of the press conference, I was like, yeah, whatever, you know? But understandably, like, they have to show that because that is, like, their biggest thing in Europe. It's humongous in Europe. So, I mean, I'm not going to complain about that. Like, it's, of course, that they would show that, you know? But here, it's just not a big deal, so I really just don't care. And that was pretty much it, yeah. But best thing they showed was Mirror's Edge. I'd have to say Mirror's Edge, followed by some Unravel gameplay, which is cool. Unravel was tied with Star Wars Battlefront, you know, because I like they showed like cool, you know, Battlefront gameplay and it looked amazing. But I'm just thinking to myself, like, oh, those flying controls, you know. So the whole time I'm watching the thing. And The Sims 4 was like the laughing stock. Need for Speed looks good. Plants vs. Zombies, I don't personally care. FIFA, I don't personally care. And The Sims 4 Get Together DLC, I don't personally care. So overall, it was a good conference, I would have to say. We did see some, extended footage of some games that we're really looking forward to, so that was pretty nice. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to, all the stuff that's coming out. So I'm looking forward to Battlefront, looking forward to Unravel, Need for Speed, and obviously Mirror's Edge Catalyst. So anyway, that's it. So let me know what you guys think. And don't forget, I'm going to be doing a separate video about all the Mirror's Edge news that came out from Gamescom, as well as my trailer analysis. And this time I'm going to do a trailer analysis. I did one last time. I was going to do one for E3, right? I actually had it recorded and ready, but my software crashed, and what happened was it recorded the video, but it didn't record my commentary. And it was like 40 minutes of me, and I sat there, I'm thinking to myself, like, I just talked to myself for 40 minutes. So that's why I didn't do the original trailer analysis. But hey, I may do a mix and mash, like a gameplay trailer from E3 and the Gamescom trailer analysis, because they definitely showed a lot. So anyway, that's it, guys. Have a good one, and I'll talk to y'all later. See ya.